Every time I look at that night, think about that night in Houston, I would summarize it as fun, interesting, maybe a bit frustrating, but in the end worth it.
TFC obviously rolling, as we mentioned beforehand, winning 4 in a row.
Now they head out on the road to take on the Dynamo. This is a team currently sitting 10th place in the Western Conference.
Houston, it was always challenging to go there and get results. They're organized, they're gonna be physical, competitive, they will run hard.
You're playing in the heat in Houston, in a place that's tough to play. The road in general in MLS is obviously difficult. It's not a place people win.
On the road, you got the flight, obviously, the night before. And then you wake up early, you gotta have breakfast. Then you eat again at 1 something, then you eat again at like 4.
The days drag on, you know, because you're not doing a whole lot.
And then you go to the stadium like around 6:30 or something like that.
You have a lot of time to get mentally prepared. It's just all about preparation on those days.
And imagine, the whole day you're waiting to play, so the day's long as it is, and then you get there and they're like, rain delay.
Can I have your attention? There is a severe weather pattern in our immediate area.
Seems to be something about Texas. We had a 3-hour rain delay last year in Dallas, now this time in Houston.
I thoroughly enjoyed the rain delay in Dallas because it was very bizarre and interesting, and like you were seeing players come out and come out again, and like,
it was the first time that happened.
Exactly, like multiple lightning strikes, and like, when is this game going to happen? This one was not as fun. This one was like, let's play the game, what's happening, what's going on.
In some ways, it's a bit of a circus because all preparations are for things to start at a certain time. They don't start, and then it becomes, when are they going to start?
It's just kind of hot and cold, and you're just kind of unsure, you know, kind of how to feel, what to do. Because you get warmed up, and then you get unwarmed up. Then you warm up again, and then you get unwarmed up.
And then it becomes, right, guys sitting around in a locker room trying to figure out ways to entertain themselves, but to stay in the right mindset to go on a field to play in a highly competitive game. So all those challenges exist, and they existed in both scenarios. I think the only difference was that there was actually a curfew. If we don't get this game started by this time, it will have to be postponed the next day.
And we ended up staying 3 hours in the locker room waiting to play. So we were there till like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock.
You can't be super serious the whole time, or you know, you might go a little crazy.
Jet, that's a bad guess. Oh no, we figured it out. We figured it out.
At some point, after like an hour, you're like, all right, like we're probably not playing the game. And the guys are making jokes about the situation and the weather. And then all of a sudden you get into a light type of scenario where everybody's kind of just joking around, having fun.
Play some big. Check.
And what?
You didn't call sit down. You just said left hand.
Game of horses, you gotta do what I do.
I think Josie as a person always likes to, you know, kind of go against the grain.
Josie, that's how you play.
That's not how you play a horse.
Yeah, you gotta call it. What? Hey, left hand, you gotta call it.
Man, don't get me started on this, okay? Horse is when a person starts, whoever starts the game, whoever goes first, whatever shot I take and how I take it, that's what you gotta do.
Yeah, but you gotta shoot the shot. You got it.
You gotta do what I do, okay? That's the rules of horse. Stop trying to change it. Jay Chapman, all right? Follow the rules.
Tell you what, I smell another 106.
He was definitely kind of going against the rules, but that's Josie, and you kind of just gotta accept that.
No, he didn't.
You got on camera. Play. You got on camera, look.
At this time, there is nothing new to report. We're still in a delay. No update on start time.
For players who are well-trained athletes to have to wait around that long and then go out and play a game, it's never an ideal scenario. That a decision has to be made by a certain time or the game is going to be rescheduled. And you know, that's what happened in Houston. They rescheduled the game for the next day.
There still is some rain in the forecast and a crowd that's very thin after being postponed for 24 hours, but we are underway finally here in Houston.
It seemed like guys had been sitting around in hotel rooms for 2 days and trying to come out and all of a sudden pull it together and play a game.
Manatos trying to get it through, and he do. And a chance, and right away. Christian Maidana.
The team really learned how to kind of grind things out and to play on the days when it's tough and it's challenging and find ways to get some sort of a point or 3 points or whatever's there.
Top of the area again, no! Josie Altidore, we're tied at 1. Coming inside, Manatos, oh no! Chapman, what a wonderful ball through Altidore, left foot off the post. And there is the whistle to end it here on a hot and humid night in Houston. And it will end up a 1-1 tie.
You know, we're professionals, man, and we had to stay there. It wasn't great, but once the whistle blew, the next day, everybody was ready to play. Everybody was ready to give 110%.
We stayed mentally strong, and we were able to get a result from a tough situation, and that kind of just drove us forward.